right, begin.
What's going on, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. I hope each and every one of you are doing well today. Now, before we get started, I want to ask you guys a favor. If you don't mind, go ahead and punch that like button and also smash that share button so we can get this channel recognized, you dig? And if you're on Instagram, go ahead and give your boy a follow at NCTubTV. That's a for sure way that we can stay connected, all right? Now, with that said, let's go ahead and get down to business. And I want to talk about this situation that's surrounding Uncle Snoop right now. So things were looking up for Snoop, right? You know, yesterday it was announced that he was able to buy Death Row, the actual label that he started on, right? So that's a big accomplishment in itself. Then on top of that, I'm pretty sure this brother was looking forward to having a spectacular weekend due to the fact that the Super Bowl is being hosted in LA this year, and this brother is part of the halftime Super Bowl show. So in other words, Snoop was having a super lit week, right? This probably would have been the best week of his life. You know, he just bought his old company. He's performing in the Super Bowl. You know, it's just lit. Now, this is the thing. So after he announced on yesterday that he bought Death Row, a woman comes out with these accusations and allegations against Snoop Dogg. And so I will say that the timing is extremely interesting in this regard. When you take a look at everything that Snoop has going on this week, it's not a foregone conclusion or coincidence that this lawsuit was deliberately filed. I'm just keeping it all the way real. I'm not saying that Snoop is not guilty. I'm not saying that he is guilty, right? He has the right to due process. But to me, it just seems like this lawsuit was deliberately planned to, humiliate this man right before he goes on television to perform on Super Bowl Sunday. You know, people are going to be looking at him in a different light once he performs. And you never know, with these allegations, the NFL could say, you know what, we don't think it's a good idea that you perform. I don't know if the NFL will go that route, but I'm just saying it's a possibility. Now, let me go ahead and read to you all what RollingStones.com had to say in regards to this issue. Alright, so it says here, a woman who says she regularly worked as an onstage dancer for Snoop Dogg and his associate Bishop Don Magic Juan is now suing the men with claims they essayed her nearly a decade ago. The Jane Doe accuser filed her lawsuit in federal court in Los Angeles on Wednesday, claiming her alleged assaults by the rapper and his friend happened shortly after she attended a Snoop Dogg concert at Club Heat Ultra Lounge in Anaheim, California on May 29, 2013. According to the lawsuit obtained by Rolling Stone, the woman alleges she was assaulted in back-to-back attacks after she accepted a ride home from Bishop Don Magic Juan, whose real name is Donald Campbell, and wound up at his residence against her wishes. She claims that Campbell assaulted her when he tried to make her, The unidentified accuser claims Campbell later demanded she accompany him to a recording studio where Snoop was purportedly filming his TV series, Snoop Dogg's Double G News Network. She alleges Campbell told her Snoop wanted her there and might make her his weather girl. She complied in hopes of advancing her career, the filing states. According to the complaint, the Jane Doe plaintiff felt sick and was using the bathroom at the studio when Snoop entered the room unexpectedly, shut the door, grabbed her shoulder, and tried to force her to. After a few minutes, defendant Snoop Dogg withdrew his blank from the plaintiff's throat. Okay, that's how the girls say it down here, down south, throat. All right. Visibly unsatisfied with plaintiff's reluctance and disgust of being forced to engage in giving lollipop, the complaint alleges. The rapper then allegedly proceeded to rub one off and basically shower her with this gravy on her upper chest and her lower neck. And then he purportedly said, "I'll get you something to clean up with," and left the accuser humiliated, terrified, and panicked in the bathroom without returning. Reps for Snoop Dogg and Bishop Don Magic Juan did not immediately respond to Rolling Stone's request for comment. A source representing Snoop Dogg reportedly told TMZ that the accuser intentionally filed her lawsuit ahead of this weekend's Super Bowl because the rapper is scheduled to perform at the halftime show. The woman claims she didn't immediately report the alleged because she was thinking about her job security if she displeased the rapper. She claims she worked for various companies owned by or associated with Snoop for several years. Her filing says she obtained a right to sue from the Department of Fair Employment Housing on December the 20th, 2021, and agreed to attempt to resolve this dispute through a private mediation that took place February the 8th, 2022. The filing says the mediation was unsuccessful and that immediately after the mediation ended, Snoop Dogg posted an image on Instagram that read "Gold Digger" alongside emojis of a judge and a police officer. The complaint filed by lawyer Matt Finkelberg with the Derek Smith Law Group described Snoop Dogg's Instagram post as obviously threatening against the Jane Doe plaintiff.
Ooh.
Alright, so you guys heard all of that. Now again, I'm a little bit misconstrued on the timing because it just seems like, it was deliberately filed, like the lawsuit was deliberately filed, like I said previously. But listen, you can't tell no one when it's the right time for them to come forth, especially when they've been violated to that magnitude. And I do understand that matter as well. Now, let me say this, because I'm going to keep it all the way real here, okay? So listen, I understand that it's embarrassing to come out and admit that certain things like this happen to you. I understand that it's very humiliating, right? And then I also understand that a lot of people feel that it's going to fall on deaf ears if you would report this to the authorities. Like, no one is going to be in your corner. No one is going to believe you. And not to mention, you can have this conversation with your family and your own family will say you're lying, especially if it's dealing with a close family member. So it just seems like it's a dead end everywhere you turn. But I do feel that the times have changed, with this Me Too movement and things like that. And I believe that there are a lot of people that are listening, right? More than ever. And, you're not alone in this situation. So if you've been violated like this, speak up, talk to someone, right? If that person doesn't listen to you, go to the next person. Don't stop. Just keep going to the next person until you are finally heard. Because when you don't report these violations, or let's say if you did, report it, but nobody is listening and you decided to give up, what you're doing is you're allowing someone else that is innocent, just like you were, to be violated in the same way. So speak up and save the next potential person that could be violated just like you were by the same person. You know what I'm saying? Just speak up. And yes, I understand that it's easier said than done when you're the victim, but I'm just hoping that if anybody out there is going through something like this, that God would give you the courage and the fortitude to actually come forth and tell your story. Now, like I said earlier, Snoop and his homeboy, they could be totally innocent in all of this. It could be a woman that's trying to get some money, but I was always raised and brought up, you never discount or discredit a woman's claim when it comes to something like this. So that's where I stand on this. Let the court do its thing. Let the proceedings take place, and we'll see what happens in all of this. Now, with that said, I'm going to let this go and let y'all have that in the comments. Drop down and let me know what you think about this whole entire situation. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll get with you in the next video. Thank you all for watching. Peace.